Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have a OnePlus 9 Pro with a broken display. As you can see here, it's bleeding inside, so let's help it out. First thing we're gonna do is try to assess the problem. Touchscreen is not anymore responsive. Back cover shattered. Front display busted. Look at that damage. We're gonna start off by removing the back cover, which we will reuse later on. We have no choice. We haven't sourced the correct back cover for this OnePlus 9 Pro. And covers for these types of devices is not really that common, so demand for it is low, and we can special order it, but it's gonna take us a bit of time to install it on a timely manner. So obviously the back cover is made of glass, so no flex there. It's got a bit of flex now because it's cracked all over, but we're not gonna add more to the damage. We're gonna take our time, take good care of the adhesive, even if it's a pain to remove because it's too strong. So we're gonna cut it off, slice it through with a box cutter. We're gonna disassemble everything and see if we can test the replacement display that we have sourced for the client. So the connector for the display is right on the daughter board right here in the corner. So we're gonna focus our attention here first. Lots of connectors that we need to remove. We're gonna fast forward. It took us a bit more time to fix this OnePlus 9 Pro, so a lot of parts, components that needs to be removed before we can access the main connector for the display. As you can see here, this is the short connector for the display. We'll have to make our way in and then press the connector securely, and we're gonna reinstall the daughter board so that we can turn on the smartphone. And there it is. The touchscreen is not really that responsive. I think the smartphone is still initiating, or it needs a restart. You can see here it's showing us something. It responds to the button presses, but we need to force restart it just to make sure that it resets everything, and it does reset. It's gonna take a while for it to fully show us the camera. I'm not sure if that's normal, but the smartphone has been in a bad situation for a long time, so maybe the software is initiating the communication with the new display. But so far so good. It's good enough for us to continue with our disassembly and removal of the broken display. As you can see here, we're gonna try to slice through the display. Go to the side, lift it up, put some IPA to soften the glue. We're gonna take our time still. We know that it's not gonna be reused. The display itself is not gonna be reused because the condition is not really anymore conducive for reuse. But we're still gonna take our time, make sure we don't damage the housing where the new display will sit on, and of course the connectors nearby So we don't force anything at all. So far you've seen that it's quite a complicated process. You've seen the parts on the table. So the OnePlus 9 Pro is kind of a pro thing to get fixed. It's not really straightforward like your iPhone or Google Pixel or your Samsung Galaxy, but if you are trying to attempt this on your own, if you are the DIY type, maybe it's time for you to give the chance to the pros to fix this kind of smartphone. It's quite complicated, to be honest. And if depending on the level of damage, you can see here we've got also a bent frame, so it's gonna add the complexity. If you're gonna force the replacement display on a bent frame, it's not gonna fit and it might cause another cracked display. So David is just massaging it. So it's made up of aluminium, so it's soft metal. We're also gonna file it down just to open up this portion. And most likely this is where the smartphone has been impacted. That's why the force got transferred to the display and it cracked. So we're gonna install now a fresh layer of liquid adhesive, just the right amount around the housing so that it will hold on to the replacement display securely. So if your smartphone is waterproof from the factory, this is not gonna be rated the same way. We're gonna install it. I'm gonna press it in. Slowly push it down. Make sure there's no gaps on the sides. And there you go. We're just gonna let the adhesive cure. We're gonna focus our attention in the meantime on the back portion of this smartphone. I'm gonna install all the components, daughter board, charging port, connecting the cables, especially the antenna cables, and we'll do our final testing. So if you want your OnePlus 9 Pro or OnePlus 9 to get fixed, we have a separate video for the OnePlus 9. So if you have these types of smartphones and no one's gonna take them in for repairs, Sydney CBD Repair Centre will help you out. We offer fair pricing on all our services. We also offer mail-in services. If you're outside of Australia or outside of Sydney, you can't make it to our shop, you can send in your smartphone after talking with David. So if you agree to the price terms, you can send in your broken smartphone, or we'll fix it here in the shop and send it back to you if it's done. So final testing. No more issues like what we've encountered. Also gonna try to see if the camera is working, buttons, touchscreen, what have you. Front camera. And that's David. He's the guy to look for if you're gonna visit Sydney CBD Repair Centre. He's an expert, in-house expert for fixing smartphones. And I think this is good. We're just gonna reinstall the broken back cover and it's gonna be given back to the client. The same liquid adhesive for the back cover, just to make sure it doesn't fall off while the client is using it. And I think that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video interesting or useful. Leave a comment down below for your questions as well. And we'll see you again next time, guys. Take care. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.